because I do want to introduce you. Because she doesn't have to be here. It's a Saturday morning. She has her own business that she could be up in the Broward Beauty Boutique doing her thing. She's here for all of us, so it's a big deal. Yeah? Yes. Let's give her a round of applause. So Farrah Fontaine began her business in April of 2008 while working full-time as a commercial litigation attorney for one of the largest law firms in South Florida. 7 months after starting her business, Farrah joined the top 2% of Mary Kay as an independent sales director and earned the use of her first free company car. Give her a round of applause. While working full-time. Yes? And it says that next. All while working 60 to 80 hours a week as a litigation attorney. 60 to 80 hours. In July of 2010, thanks to the Mary Kay business opportunity, Farrah was able to leave her full-time job as an attorney and pursue her passion of working with law students. For 2 years, Farrah served as an associate director for career development at Nova Southeastern Law School while pursuing her Mary Kay business full-time. And in July of 2012, she actually left that position and has now opened her own law with her Mary Kay business. Farrah's firecrackers have earned 2 cars with the company and are currently on target for their 3rd free car. And Farrah's 2013 seminar goal, they are helping at least 100 women realize the benefits of the Mary Kay business. She's helping 20 women join the top 6% of the company as a star team builder, and they will be driving pink. What will it say? Pink MK Esquire?
Well, it has to say MKESQ too because Rosie says MKESQ.
Yeah. So do you guys know that the next license plate says MKMD? Yeah, so anyways. Okay. She also wants to join the National Board of Sharing and Sales and lead her unit to the Circle of Excellence and be in Hawaii, vacationing. So everyone, please stand and welcome Farrah Fontaine!
Of this because I know that she doesn't let just anybody speak to her babies. So I am honored. Thank you to Anique and Nice and Patrice and Melissa and Shirley, all the sales directors for allowing me to be here today. I absolutely love, this is my calling in Mary Kay. I love to train. I love to train and I love to work because I know that the best way that I'm gonna be able to impart knowledge is to have done it, okay? So that is one of the best ways, and so I absolutely am excited to be here this morning talking about a powerhouse consultant. So when I found out that being a powerhouse consultant was my topic, I looked up the definition of powerhouse. All right, so are you ready? A powerhouse is defined as a person or thing of great energy, strength, or power. A powerhouse is defined as a person or thing of great energy, strength, or power. I am not going to tell anybody in here anything today that is going to turn them into a powerhouse. Because guess what? All of you are already powerhouses. All right? I want you to look at your neighbor and tell her, I'm a powerhouse. I'm a powerhouse. All right? So nothing I tell you today is going to turn you into a powerhouse consultant. But I do hope that something I talk to you today or give you some tips today is going to help you walk and step into your powerhouseness, okay? I don't think that's a word, but we're going to go with it. All right, right? Because what really happens is, although we are powerhouses, every one of you in here is a powerhouse in your own right, right? Yes. You are a powerhouse mother, a powerhouse business person, a powerhouse, whatever you were before you came into Mary Kay, you are a powerhouse within your own right. But then we come into Mary Kay and we don't step into that powerhouseness in our Mary Kay business, right? And so my goal is to give you some tips to step into that powerhouseness in your Mary Kay business, all right? So the number 1 tip goes along with what I just said, is that a powerhouse consultant sees herself as a powerhouse, right? You will never outrun your vision of yourself. You will never outrun it. You take you with you. If you don't see yourself as a powerhouse, you can't be one, all right? So start to think about, how do I see myself? If you don't, we'll start doing the little things notice how we subtly, sabotage ourselves, right? Because we're never going to outrun our vision of ourselves. So we'll start going on a good path, we're doing great, and then we do something insane, right? It's like being on a diet. You lose 2 pounds, you look at the scale, and then for the next week you eat like a crazy person, okay? Because you don't really see yourself as a thin, whatever it is, right? So you will never outrun your vision of yourself. So a Powerhouse consultant sees herself. So think about what you're putting into your mind and make sure it is consistent with that vision of yourself as a Powerhouse consultant, okay? The number 2 thing, Powerhouse consultants are consistent. Powerhouse consultants are consistent, especially with booking. Powerhouse consultants pick a goal every single month. Whatever your goal is, it doesn't matter. But you want to, every single month, you have a basis goal, a retail goal, a wholesale goal, and a recruiting goal. Every single month, all right? And it all begins with booking. And booking cannot be something that you sometimes do and you sometimes don't do. You don't necessarily have to book every day, okay? When I was building my Mary Kay business, you know that I worked full-time, and so I could not book every single day. But I did block book on Sundays, okay? So I love football. So this is the way that it would work. Dolphins have a game at 1, I would book from 4 to 7. On Sundays, Dolphins have a game at 4, I would book from 1 to 4. I structured my schedule that way, okay? It was all around football. Now, on a daily basis, my goal is to make sure I book 4 appointments per day as a full-time sales director with Mary Kay. If I was a consultant looking to move into full-time, I would probably make sure that I either book 2 appointments per day or the equivalent at the end of the week, 10 appointments at the end of the week, however you work that out, but you have got to be consistent. Booking is a muscle, all right? And if you let that muscle get weak, it gets harder and harder. If you only go to the gym once every 2 weeks and you pick up that 10-pound weight, every single time it's gonna be heavy. But if you go to the gym on a consistent basis, the weight doesn't get lighter, you get stronger. And then you're ready to move up to 15 pounds, 20 pounds, all of that good stuff. So if you are not consistent with your booking, whatever it is, then you're not going to be able to be that powerhouse that you want, because every single thing, having guests for the meeting, having the parties, whatever it is, every single thing that you want out of your Mary Kay business comes from booking. Would you ladies agree with me on that? Yes. Right? And so, Tanya asked me to share with you a little bit of I'm a big believer that booking should come from about 3 different places. And you want it to be about a third, okay? You want your bookings, number 1, to come from your bookings, right? Whatever current card you have, you want to make sure that you walk out of there with at least another booking. 2 other bookings really is ideal, right? Guest here, whatever it is. Second place you want it to come from is referrals on the back of the customer profile card. Even if they don't book with you on the spot and they don't want to host, they're like, I love the skincare, I don't want color, whatever it is, you want to book. And then the third way is through networking opportunities, whether it's formalized networking opportunities or your 5 leads a day or whatever makes sense for you. In my opinion, if you are completely relying on any one of those avenues, that's when you start to get anxious, right? If you're like, I will have no bookings unless I go out and meet 20 people at Publix today, that would start to create anxiety, right? But if I know some of my bookings are coming from bookings, some of my bookings are coming from referrals, and then I have that sense of ease when I have the opportunity to meet people or I'm intentional about meeting people, I meet them, that's great, but it's not like, oh my gosh, if I don't hunt this lady down the aisle, I'm not gonna have a guest for Monday. You with me? So you wanna have your bookings coming from consistent places. So one of the things I always share with my consultants is my personal script, and I'll email this to you guys. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, great. That's fine too. One of the things that turned my business around. So this is confession time. It's recorded, but I'm going to tell you anyway. For a solid year, I had a stack of customer profile cards like this. Never called one single lead on the back because I did not know what to say. Okay? And I was so nervous. And then it got to be so long that I was like, I can't call these people. Her original person probably doesn't even remember me. So then I came to the year in my business and I had nobody else, so I had no choice. It's amazing what you will do when you have no choice. And so I started to call the leads on the back of the customer profile card, and I developed a script that I love and has worked great for me. All right, so let's say Shirley gives me Victoria. Veronica's name, okay? So I'm gonna call Veronica and I'm gonna say, hi Veronica, how are you this afternoon?
Great.
Okay, good. Veronica, my name is Farrah. I was with your friend Shirley the other day, like a year ago. And guess what, Veronica? She had the opportunity to register one of her friends for a free gift, and Veronica, she chose you. Congratulations!
Oh, I love free gifts.
I know! Veronica, did Shirley mention any of this to you at all?
Yes, she did.
She did? Most of the time they say. But thank you, Veronica. Most of the time they have no idea what I'm talking about, which is totally fine. And I'm like, okay, well, guess what? I am the one that gets to call you and let you know. Veronica, she registered you to receive a free Mary Kay pampering session along with a 10% off Mary Kay gift certificate. Yay, Veronica! Woohoo! And I sound exactly like that in the phone. Like they have no idea what's going on, but I'm excited. So they are excited, okay? And so I'll say, Veronica, here's the way that it works. You have two choices. I can either come to you and we can do the pampering session around the kitchen table at your home, or if you prefer, you can meet me at our studio, the Inner Look. It's off of Bird Road. What makes sense for you? So the first time she speaks is to answer a question that I like. And she can only give me an answer that I like. What works best for you? Meet me at the studio or me come to you. Notice I have not used the word party. I haven't talked about other people. I am going to book her first. I want her and I to have a commitment, then we're going to start talking about other people. All right? So Veronica, would you prefer to meet me at our studio or would you prefer for me to come to you? Come to your home? Okay, awesome. Veronica, I do in-home appointments. I tell them, I schedule. I do in-home appointments on Tuesday evenings at 7, Thursday evenings at 7, or Saturday afternoons at 2. Which of those time slots works for you? Saturday afternoon at 2. Okay, awesome. Again, I only give her choices, and then when she talks to me, she gets to respond to what I like. I like to say, well, Veronica, what do you think? What would be good for you? I give her choices based upon my schedule. That's also going to help people respect your business, your family respect your business, right? If they know this is the time that mommy's doing Mary Kay, or your husband knows, or your boyfriend knows, then it's not like we're all over the place, right? Okay, awesome, Veronica. So, I'm sorry, what did you say? Tuesday evening?
No, Saturday.
Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m.? Okay, awesome. Miss Veronica, we could do this Saturday, August 24th at 2, or would you prefer next Saturday, August 31st at 2 p.m.? August 31st. That's Labor Day weekend. Is that going to be okay, Veronica?
No problem.
No problem. All right, Miss Veronica, I'm so excited. I'm going to put us down for Saturday, August 24th at 2 p.m. at your home. Veronica, what's your email address? What's your address? Veronica, do you have any skin allergies that I need to know about before we get together? Oh, okay. The reason I asked her about skin allergies, I have found that helps me get the guest list. Because when I ask her about skin allergies, and later on we talk about the other people, and I say I need those other people's names and numbers because I have to make sure they don't have skin allergies as well. That has really helped me with getting the guest list. Before I wasn't getting the guest list.
Yeah.
And because they used to tell me, oh, my friends all have oily skin or whatever, they would try to tell me, but I want to talk to the woman because if Veronica flakes, I still have her contacts, phone numbers. You with me? So I'll say, okay, Veronica, awesome. I'll see you Saturday, August 24th at 2 p.m. The prize that you won from Shirley, you are allowed to share it, August 31st at 2 p.m. You are allowed to share it with up to 6 of your girlfriends. I like to give them a cutoff because it makes it seem more exclusive. All right? I'm not desperate. You don't have to invite the whole world. In fact, you can only invite up to 6 of your girlfriends. Most of the time, they'll text me like, oh, Farrah, can I please have 8? And I'm like, I guess. And inside, I'm like, yes. Okay. So you can invite up to 6 of your girlfriends. I will ask this of you, Veronica. Once you talk to your mom, your sister, your best friend, whoever else is going to join you on that day, if you'll respond back to the email that I send and include their names and numbers, because I'll touch base with them in advance just to make sure they don't have any skin allergies and we have no surprises on Saturday afternoon when we get together. Okay, Miss Veronica? All right, I'm so excited. I'm going to send you an email, a postcard in the mail. I can't wait to see you then. Miss Veronica, would you say you're a woman of your word? Of course, I know you are, and I am too. So you do not have to worry. I will absolutely be there Saturday, and I know you'll be there. And even if some of the other ladies can't make it, that's okay. You and I will have a party, okay? All right, so I kind of make sure that we clarify that we're both women of our word. I don't want you to think if something happens and you don't hear from me, the email gets lost, whatever, I am going to be there. And so I like to give us that bond of both being women of our words towards the end of the call. Okay, you guys with me? So that helps me a lot with the booking, that helps me a lot with the coaching, because they respond back to me with the names and numbers of their guests. Coaching is so important. You want to take control of that guest list, right? You're a Powerhouse consultant, so you want to take control of that guest list, okay? So that's number 2. Powerhouse consultants are consistent with their bookings, and they're consistent with everything. They pick a goal. Whatever your goal is in Mary Kay, it doesn't matter. You may want to be an NSD, you may want to be whatever it is, but you have to have a number of faces you want to see every single week. Mary Kay is not a business that occurs by accident. It is a business that occurs with intentionality. So you want to set aside, you guys all know about the 99-cent notebook, right? Yes, everybody here? No? Maybe? So? Okay. 99-cent notebook? Okay. So Daisha has taught this for years, and I'm a believer in it. I personally use a steno pad because I like the fact that it has, I'm typing, so just ignore me. Okay, so I'll put my goals for August here. As I do the faces, I track them, so my goal is 50 faces, so I number 1 through 50. Okay? As I get new consultants, they're put here, their production. Every day has a page. All right? Then on one side, I put what I need to do for Mary Kay. On the other side, what I need to do for life. It makes me so happy to put a little check mark next to something. Sometimes I'll like put something on my list after I've done it, so I can put a check mark. Am I the only one? Okay. All right. And then on the back, I will literally put hour by hour what my plan is. Okay? All this before I go to sleep now. My mother loves this because she's like, wait till you have babies. I don't know what's going to happen when your kid cries not in the allotted time slot. I said, Mom, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All right? So she always makes fun of me whenever she sees that. But the point is you have to have a plan. The plan will probably never go as you planned it, but at least you have an idea of what your day, your week, your month is going to look like. Okay? Number 3. A Powerhouse consultant tracks her activity so she can repeat it. Tracks your activity. You know how I know that booking script worked for me?